That's time.
What numbers? Okay.
Figure it out now. I'm gonna pause it and then unpause it.
Question 3 says Manny and Emma are both competing in a long jump competition at their school. Manny can jump 4/5 of the distance that Emma can jump. 4/5 of Emma is equal to Manny.
What's the side?
Manny can jump. So this is 4/5 of E equals 28. What do you do to solve a problem when you got to get rid of the whole fraction? Do y'all know what to do? Well, they're multiplying by 4/5. Divide by that number, which really means multiply by the reciprocal. And this all cancels, so we're all good there. And then what we do here, watch this as you put it in the calculator. 28 times, just type it in just the way it looks, 5 divided by 4, 5 fours. Or you could go get your fraction and do that. And that gives you E equals 35. And which answer choice is that? C.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause it.
Okay, what's the first thing I should do? Distribute that 2. What's 2 times H? 2H. What's 2 times negative 6? Okay, then bring down this H, and then H minus 12. Now let's put these together because they're on the same side. This is 2H, and this is 1H. It's 2H minus 1H. H minus 12 equals H minus 12. So something's kind of weird because same thing on both sides, but let's go ahead. Let's get rid of the 12. How do we get rid of the 12s? Add 12, and I get H equals H. Is that true? Is H equal to H? What if I had stopped here and I had subtracted H from both sides? What would I have gotten then? You can subtract those letters. 1H minus 1H is no H. So is that true? And this one was true? So when they're true, it's a special situation. It's infinitely many solutions. So this answer choice is D.
A. Oh, negative. The three. First three. That one. Okay.
So both of them? Choose this time. No solution, which is answer choice A. Nina wants to download games for her video game console. Older games are 250 points. New releases are 1,000 points. Nina has 10,000 points to use. Here's her equation. 250A plus 1,000B equals 10,000. Where A is the number of older games and B is the number of new releases. How many older games can she download if she downloads one new game? So A is the older games and B new. And if she does one older game, then that's like having 250 times 1 plus 1,000 times B equals 10,000. So that's 250 plus 1,000 B is 10,000. Subtract that 250. Somebody help me out here.
I. Oh.
Is that what you got? Equals 1,000 B. And then what do you do next? Divide. So B is, okay, what do you think it is? Did you divide by 1,000? I got 9.75 on that one. There's two parts to this problem, so your answer is probably right for the second part. Can she buy 9 games or 10 games? 9. Which answer choice is that? Oh, I don't know. I might have to finish the problem, right? It's got two parts. Okay. So the next part is, did I do that right? 10,000 minus 250 divided by 1,000. Okay. What's the next one say? Eric, do you have a question about that? It says, what about if she buys 3 new games? I did do that wrong. I did that whole problem wrong. What was my mistake? Yeah. So that one ought to have been over there, shouldn't it? He knew it. I worked these Friday, and I knew when he said that. I thought, yeah, that's right. I don't know why I got it wrong. Hey, I'm just a human being. I ain't perfect. There you go. So we need to put the 1 where?
Right there.
So this is 250A equals, when you subtract 1,000 from both sides, you're going to get 9,000. And A is 36. Now, have I worked enough of this problem to pick out the answer?
Yeah.
I have. Let's go ahead and see how it finishes out. If you used 3 there, then it would be 250A plus 3,000 equals 10,000. Subtract the 3,000. Yes, I do. Okay. So what do we get for this one? 7,000 divided by 250. 28. So my answer here is D. That's number 6. Okay. I will.
I'll help you go.
Let's see. Oh shoot. Alright, so now what you gonna do from here? Alright. Ain't it because yeah, it's called the butterfly. Oh yeah. I remember you supposed to multiply 6 by 72. Alright. Okay, so 6 times. That's right. That's an ugly 4 and 32. But oh well. You're supposed to multiply on each side or divide. Divide because because I don't know. It's H. I mean it's negative. Oh, alright. That's right there. Alright, see right here. Alright. Less than a number. And oh, right there. It's gonna be it's 14. It's going around that's 14. Where did you round 13? It's 14. It says, what is the graph of negative infinity. Y'all, that's negative infinity. Do y'all know what infinity looks like? You remember infinity necklaces were popular a little bit 2 or 3 years ago? From negative infinity to negative 3, and then 5 to infinity. Now, let me tell you something. Sometimes they write it this way with a bracket. If it has a bracket on it, then your dots are bubbled in, kind of like if it has these symbols, okay? If it has no bracket, if it's strictly parenthesis, then it's going to be open circle. So we want to open circle here, and we want to open circle here, and the only ones that match that are C. It has an open circle at 3 and an open circle at 5, so that one is C. I believe I can. The new comedian is building a fan base. The table shows the number of people who attend his shows in the first, second, third, and fourth month of his career. Which graph could represent the data? Do these numbers go up or go down? Up. So the graph ought to go up. Well, let's mark out the ones that don't go up. A goes up and C goes up. Does B go up? No. No. Does this one go up? Okay. So now let's think about it. 112 to 201, and went up about how many? It went up 89. And then 362 minus 201, that went up 161. It's a lot, isn't it? Then 651 minus 362, that went up 651 minus 362 is 289. Okay. Are they going up the same amount? In fact, the first time it goes up a little bit, and the next time it goes up more than that, and then even more. Well, it's A, because it's not constant rate of change. 12. The table shows the amount of money made by Summer Blockbuster in each of the first 4 weeks. Which graph could represent the data in the table? Does this move? So let's eliminate the graphs that won't work at all. Let's eliminate the ones that won't work. B won't work and D won't work. Now, let's see how much it goes down. 29,400,000 minus 17,600,000. That one changed by, okay, the next one, 17,600. 700,000. And the next one, 420. So what about this one? Is it going down by the same amount every time? No. So it's not a constant rate of change, is it? It goes down a lot and then less and less. So this one is 13. A hiker climbs a steep bank and then rests for a minute and then walks up a small hill and finally across a flat plateau. What sketch of the graph could represent the elevation of the hiker? Now, what's the elevation? What is elevation? It's not distance. Elevation is how far they are off the ground or above the level land. He climbed up a steep bank and then he rested. You see that flat piece? That's resting. You're not moving. You're not getting higher or lower. Then you walk up a small hill and flat plateau. So yes, that one's 8. Okay, I'm going to pause. Okay, in the diagram below, what's the relationship between the perimeter and the number of rectangles? So first rectangle has a perimeter of 20, 2 rectangles have a perimeter of 30 and 3 have a perimeter of 40. Which table represents that? B. How much are the perimeters going up? 10. Okay, 14. 15 probably asked the same thing. Which of the following graphs represents the relationship? Well, at one rectangle, let's go back and look. At one rectangle, what was the perimeter? 20. So let's go over here and let's see which graph at one rectangle is at 20. Is that one at 20? No. So A and C, you saying, are both at 20, okay? The second rectangle was at 30, right? Which one fits that one? A. Okay, very good. The next question's number 18. We deleted some questions. So tell me this. As this goes up, how much does this go up each time? 14 minus 7.5. What's that?
7.
It's 6.5. It kind of plays tricks on your mind, doesn't it? 20.5 minus 14. 0.5. 27 minus 20.5. 33.5 minus 27. So if it has a constant rate of change, it is linear. 21 says, I skipped number 19 and 22. I deleted some questions after I built the study guide. The ordered pairs represent a function. What is the rule that represents this function? Okay, I'm going to make a table because I think it's easier to determine this from a table. There's your x, there's your y. 1, 1, 2, 4, 3, 9, 4, 16, 5, 25. Do you think that I'm multiplying every one of those x values by 2? No, I'm not. Do you think that I'm taking 2 and raising it to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? I don't know. Let's see what that looks like. I'm going to go to y equals, and I'm going to put that in there. 2 raised to the x power. And I'm going to go look at the table. Does this table, I'm going to get it, I don't need a 0 in it. Does this table look like this table? No, that's not it either. So I'm going to go back to y equals. I'll try the next one. X to the second power. Do those tables match? Yes, they do. So that's what I'm doing. I'm taking this number and I'm squaring it. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. And 5 times 5 is 25. Next question says, identify the mapping diagram that represents the relation. Determine if it's a function. Guys, this is x and this is y each time. And the x values, I'm going to do the mapping and we're going to pick out which one matches. The x values go here. -3, -1, 5, and 8. And then I put the y values in here. -6. Oh, it's the same thing all the way through. Every single one of these is mapped to -6. That's what it should look like. Which one looks like that? A and B. So I got to read the sentence. Is it a function or not a function? It says you can't repeat any x values and be a function. Did I repeat any x values? No. So this one is a function. Is a function. B is your answer. So this one is a function. 23 says this function, f of x equals 53x, represents the number of jumping jacks you can do in x minutes. How many jumping jacks can you do in 5 minutes? What do you need to do to figure that out? What do you think? Multiply. You put the 5 in place of x. F of 5 equals 53 times 5. And 50. I would like to do that experiment and see if you can do 265 jumping jacks in 5 minutes. Who thinks they can do that? Here we go. The function b of n equals 7n represents the number of light bulbs needed for this many chandeliers. How many light bulbs are needed for 14 chandeliers? b of 14 equals 7 times 14. So we're going to multiply 7 times 14, and we get, oh, that's too much, 98. The answer is 98. 25. What type of relationship does the scatter plot show? Positive correlation, negative correlation, or no correlation? Now look at it. If it lines up in a line and it goes up from left to right, it's positive. If it goes down from left to right, it's negative. 26 is negative. 27. The scatter plot shows the number of mistakes a piano student makes during a recital versus the amount of time the student practiced. How many mistakes do you expect after 3 hours of practicing? So let's flip over to the next page. And they practiced for 3 hours. So there's the 3 right there. Now I'm going to go up, and I'm going to look right here. And I'm going to look across. So how many mistakes would I think that would be? I don't think I think it's right at 60. I guess what would we say? 63? Did you say 63? 28 says the scatter plot shows below the height of a tree over time. What is the height of the tree after 9 years? So go to 9 on the years. Go up, look across. What do we see there? It's 15, 16, 17. I'm going to say 17. Which one of these is closest to 17? C. 29 says the number of hours spent studying for a test and your test mark. That means your grade. Is there a positive correlation? Like the more you study, the better your grade? Is there a negative correlation? Like the more you study, the worse your grade? Or is there no correlation? What do y'all think? Positive correlation. The more you study, the better your grade will be. Geckos and iguanas are both lizards. The length of the average gecko is 4/5 the length of the iguana. 4/5 of the iguana is equal to the gecko, and the gecko is 24 inches. This is very similar to one of those we did at the very beginning about Emma and somebody. So what is it that I need to do to solve that equation? Got to get rid of 4/5. So I got to multiply by the reciprocal, which is 5/4. So this is 24 times 5/4, and I get 30. Average length of the iguana would be 30 inches. So I multiplied, this canceled, so the iguana would be 30. Questions there? Y'all see how I put that in the calculator? What's the solution to 31? -10 equals -3 plus z over -5. What do y'all think we should do first here? Multiply both sides by -5. That's going to cancel. I'm going to get 50 equals -3 plus z. What next? Get rid of that, -3. Subtract -3 or add 3. So z is 53.